edition of the F and Marks podcast. I'm Jay.
And I'm Brainless Bob.
We're going to get right into a lot of things. Usually we do this Saturday before TakeOver. It's a, TakeOver, War Games, and Survivor Series weekend, but we got a wedding.
Extenuating circumstances.
We've got a wedding tomorrow, so we're doing the show tonight, and glad everybody's tuning in from all across the globe.
I'm going to make a quick shout out, though. One of my best friends at Ben Salem Express, my buddy Corey, he's the one that's actually getting married tomorrow. I am the best man in the wedding tomorrow.
The brainless best man.
The brainless best man. And the best part about this is I'm going to totally wing my fucking best man speech. It's going to be fucking
good and terrible.
Terrible and terrible, or good and good.
Right. We'll see what happens.
So I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Corey and his soon-to-be wife Shannon. Looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. Get to see a lot of people, a lot of our favorite people, especially after the whole all the shenanigans from the bachelor party last Saturday. So, and I think that tomorrow's gonna be even more fun than the bachelor party was, and the bachelor party was a fucking blast.
Sweet.
So, looking forward to that.
Anyway, there's a whole bunch of shit that went on in wrestling this week that, oh my fucking God.
I mean,
it ran the gamut.
I mean, it's just like WWE basically threw up all over itself this week and came up with a pretty good idea, and then somehow had the whole thing for this weekend just get flushed right down the toilet because of...
I think in the end, though, this is going to end up better, despite the fact
that... For certain people, it will end up better.
Honestly, this reminds me of the circumstance you had a couple of days ago at work, where, like, it was the best of the worst case scenario.
We're going to drop that after that, though.
Hey, I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
Why do you think I was vague?
There you go. That's all need to be said. But speaking of things that need to be said...
Well,
I've always heard about the
so we don't got the Colt 45 tonight. I've got a birthday party. I got to get to after.
So I got something. Found out from my
I looked for the Colt 45.
Hey, Billy.
So anyway, yeah, we'll drink to our boy, Evan Marks Hall of Famer, Billy D. Motherfucking Williams, and
it works every time.
roll with that. And then
also...
Bootios! They make sure you ain't booty.
So, I think off the top, we got to do the good, the bad, and the brainless, because there was so much shit that went on this week. And literally, I think we're just going to be consumed by everything that's going on with the good, bad, and the brainless, that this really needs to be the top of it. We don't even really need that thing.
Well, but it's part of the show.
It slows down the show.
Anyway, so for the whiteboard of Wondertude, we're going to discuss, Survivor Series and War Game predictions for this weekend. Like you said, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the brainless. A WWE Hall of Famer trolled us this week, by the way. I wanted to get into that. And we both go on a fucking epic rant. So that's the whiteboard of Wondertude in a fucking nutshell.
Yeah.
So do you want to do the good, the bad, and the brainless?
Let's do the good, the bad, and the brainless.
All right, so what was your good for this week?
Becky motherfucking Lynch. She took a fucking shot and a half in the fucking face, is bloodied all over the fucking place, and she looked like a fucking badass fucking warrior. And she was fucking awesome. The visual, honestly, the parallels you could draw between her and the fucking GOAT, Stone Cold Steve Austin, they're there.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the moment that got him over to the next level was WrestleMania 13, the I Quit match, where he didn't give up and he's bleeding a gusher and he just passed out.
While he was in the
Becky Lynch ended up bleeding a gusher, looked fucking awesome, and she is the motherfucking man. That is my good for this week, because Becky fucking Lynch.
Okay. My good for this week is something that I actually thought about happening, and I cannot believe it's finally happening, because when Hulk Hogan back in 1996 at the Great American Bash, he made a heel turn because honestly the whole Real American gimmick just was stale. Hulk Hogan became really stale. Near the end of his run in WWE or WWF, he was stale. Went to WCW, was stale over there. Then he fucking turned into Hollywood Hogan. I'm not saying that this is at the magnitude of what Hulk Hogan did.
It is not.
But I will say this, and as much as I agree with you on the whole Becky Lynch thing, I far be it for me to actually be differentiating, but I do want to differentiate because of the fact that you said Becky Lynch. I wanted to make do with what I think is due. Daniel motherfucking Bryan is a goddamn heel. Who the fuck saw that happening?
Well,
I mean,
like right now.
Like right now,
I mean he was great in Team Hell No.
No, he was great in Team Hell No. He was great as a heel when he first won the World Heavyweight title, when he beat the Big Show, Mark Henry, when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. And then, obviously that led to one of my favorite WrestleMania moments of all time where he got fucking bloody kicked in the goddamn gullet and knocked the fuck out and lost the title. But this is a different Daniel Bryan. The whole Yes movement, everybody loves Daniel Bryan. And it was funny because, like, when he made his return, I said, he's one of those guys that no matter what he does, no matter how hard he tries, he is going to get cheered every time he goes out there. And boy, was I fucking wrong. And I am so glad that I'm wrong. I am so looking forward to what this heel turn is going to bring. I really am. So that's why I'm going to go with
it. What it did do is bring us a new match that we've never seen.
We've got a whole bunch of different matches that we've never seen.
So I'm digging that. So all right. So you got Daniel Bryan.
Is that a bad good or is that a good good?
No, that's good. I have I'll talk about an honorable mention I have for the good after. But for my bad this week, it's not even like that bad because I think it's going to be actually fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton is not on the card for Survivor Series. Now, right now, SmackDown has an opening on their team.
Mm-mm.
I just read a card saying they had an opening.
Really? Because I thought it was Jeff Hardy that replaced Daniel Bryan on the team.
There's still an opening.
Oh.
Literally, the card that I have right now has, for that team, what the fuck was it? Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong fucking thing. But I still think that the Viper is going to...
I'm not ruling out the Viper, like, attacking Jeff Hardy before the fucking pay-per-view or Rey Mysterio before the
It'd probably be Ray, because that's the thing.
But he doesn't...
See, my TBD is actually the SmackDown Women's...
Do you know what he could do, though? He could take a screwdriver and put it through Jeff Hardy's ear and, like, get him stuck in the wall. And it's like, oh, no, Jeff Hardy can't move because he's got a screwdriver in his ear.
Right. So Orton not being on the card, to me, is a bad... I think he will end up on the show. But he tweeted this week about, like, hey, I'm only, like, the best at these style of matches, and they're not using me, so...
Which is funny because I did see something online. It was on Instagram about him and, like, his history in the Survivor Series where he's won multiple Survivor Series matches. Hell, I mean, since they've done this brand split and they've done SmackDown versus Raw, Randy Orton was actually one of the survivors for the SmackDown team back in 2016 when they first did this one, since they did the most recent brand split. How do you keep the Viper out of that? I'm sorry. He would be my first pick. No matter if I was on Team SmackDown.
I mean, I get it character-wise, I guess, because like he hates everybody and he's trying to kill everybody.
But he's the GOAT.
But do you want that on your team?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. So
they're putting a fucking angry monster on the team for Raw. Why not have the fucking the Legend Killer?
They're putting an angry monster on the team because they succumbed to every demand that he had. Otherwise, the monster among men would not be on Team Raw. He's doing it. He's basically being a mercenary.
He
doesn't have any loyalty.
It's smart.
So,
my bad for this week actually has something to do with the Survivor Series team. Like I said, that since they've done this, and this is the third consecutive Survivor Series where it's been Raw versus SmackDown since they did the brand split, and I thought it was very interesting that this is the third time they're doing it, and only 2 superstars have actually been on all 3 Survivor Series teams for both Raw and SmackDown in the men's. Braun Strowman, obviously, that's like voting LeBron James into the All-Star game for the NBA. Obviously, you're going to have fucking LeBron James on there. And Shane McMahon, for some weird fucking reason, has to be on this fucking team every single time. I get it, they're just
Well, I mean, he's always he bleeds brand blue.
Yeah.
Ever since the brand split,
And I
where
get
like
it.
he does everything for
And-
SmackDown,
and-
and they're feeding into the storyline that he has going.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
and
So,
storyline wise, yes, it makes a lot of sense. But like, I remember last year, the big thing that we discussed and that really bothered me, and I know it bothers you a little bit, was the fact that they had a lot of age on the team for both SmackDown and Raw. Because they had on SmackDown team, John Cena was 40, Bobby Roode 40, Randy Orton 37 or 38 at the time. You had Shane McMahon, who's almost 50. And then you had Shinsuke Nakamura, who was 37 in the team at that time. And they were going up against the team of Raw, which was Triple H, he's 47 at the time. And you had frickin' Kurt Angle, who was 47. And you had, they had a lot of age on the team. And like Braun Strowman was the youngest guy in the team. They had Jason Jordan, who was like 30, and then they replaced him with Triple H. So it was like, I get this. You have a lot of, that was my biggest concern, was that they had a lot of like older guys in there, and it's like, does John Cena really need to be a part of this? I mean, does Triple H really need to be a part of it? I mean, I know Triple H loves Triple H more than anything else in this world, except for Vince McMahon loves money more than Triple H loves Triple H.
right.
I mean, they did it a little bit differently this year, and it's kind of, I love the fact that Rey Mysterio is on the team just because it's Rey Mysterio and it's something
Well,
new.
he's fresh
He's
because
fresh.
he's been away
Yeah.
for a few years,
But like, he's 40. You got
mid-40s.
Yeah, you got Jeff Hardy, who wasn't on the team last year.
Who's late
40
30s or early 40s.
He's 40 or 41 now. You got
Shane again.
Shane again, who's on the team. Samoa Joe, who was actually on Raw's team last year, who was on SmackDown's team.
Late
Love
30s.
But I love the fact that Joe's on this team because it's fucking Joe. And you have The Miz, who's
The youngest.
38. Is
I
the
think
youngest
he's
guy on the
youngest.
SmackDown team. And then on Raw, obviously you have Strowman again, who's about 34. I think he's actually the only guy in this match who's actually younger than me. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I think Balor's younger.
Drew McIntyre is like
McIntyre's
32.
I think he's mid-30s.
He's 30. Finn Balor's actually 38.
Wow.
But
That's
yeah,
good.
Finn Balor, I mean, he looks fucking good for 38. I wish I'm going to look that good in 38. But, I mean, they did bring in some different people in it to kind of counteract the fact that they have a lot of old age, and they could have had guys like, I can't even think of them off the top of my head, but like they could have done it with different people, but obviously with Rey Mysterio being a fresh name and Jeff Hardy not being part of the tag team or being injured like he was last year. So that's my bad, is that it's kind of to go with what you said with Randy Orton, how you don't have your best, and arguably your best guy who's not in the title picture on the team, but you still have that age like you did last year. Although it's a little bit less of a concern for me because of the fact that like the Mysterios and Hardys and all that, and Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre coming back and being part of the team. So, but it's still bad. I think that's my bad. All right. It's the age. Gee, I wonder what your brainless is.
Nia fucking Jax.
Yep. Agreed.
Nia fucking Jax. The thing with her, like, when she first started out, I'm like going, all right, she's big and she's green, give her some time. Let's see what happens with her. It seemed like towards the end of her NXT run, the matches with Asuka were pretty good. Even the matches with Asuka on Raw were pretty good. And I'm like going, all right, maybe she's getting better. But no, she is reckless in the ring and dangerous. Mm-hmm. Now, I it seems like Brock Lesnar is fucking bulletproof. He could do whatever he wants. He got to throw around the Singh brothers this week. He got to throw them around. And, they were saying that he was a little reckless with the guys. Well, you know what? I would say, yes, Brock is definitely reckless. How many people, though, do you know of that Brock Lesnar has injured?
I mean, other than like busting open Randy Orton and John Cena.
I mean, but... Like he did that on purpose.
Yeah, but like legitimately injure somebody? No. Because he might be a little reckless in the ring, but at least Brock Lesnar knows what the fuck he's doing.
And that's the thing. Brock knows what he's doing, and he knows that like his stuff, he's supposed to come off like a real legit fighter and badass. And yes, sometimes maybe he goes a little bit too far, at least in my view, but like his shit looks real. It looks, well, because people legitimately are getting thrown into this stuff. but like, you know, he knows how to throw people to not kill them. Nia Jax just like fucking wailed right into.
I mean, I saw that because somebody actually had a video of it, like the close-up video of Nia Jax actually blasting Becky Lynch in the face, and it was like, because you know you're guilty until proven innocent, and you know a lot of times when the evidence is stacked up against you, it doesn't look good. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt until I actually see it. And I was trying to find the video, and like the only videos I could see was her from like a long distance, like all you see is her just like kind of throwing a punch, and Becky just like getting knocked down and busted open and everything. But then finally somebody posted a video of her up close and what she did, and just the way that she kind of like delivered the punch, that was not an accident. By any fucking means, that was not a fucking accident. So I agree
On top-
120% that that's my brainless for this week.
On top of that, though, with her, what did she fucking do? She tweeted like a day later, like, nobody's asking me about how my hands hurt. Are you fucking kidding me? You hurt a woman where, like, I think she broke her nose. You could have.
Yeah, she broke her nose and a severe concussion.
I mean, literally, Nia Jax fucked up one of the main matches for Survivor Series.
The match that everybody was talking about because they were fucking killing it on social media, the two of them.
And they're still killing it on social media. And you know what's going to end up fucking happening? It's going to end up better in the end because this is probably going to be our WrestleMania main event. It's going to be Ronda Rousey against Becky Lynch.
I can't fucking wait.
And
I feel
good.
good.
Like, it sucks that Becky had to get a broken nose. And Nia Jax should be taken off TV. She should be taken off the Survivor Series for injuring Becky and for being reckless and dangerous. And I mean, it's not like this is the first person she's hurt. This is like the fourth person in like a year. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, when Seth Rollins had that bit where like a few people got injured in his matches, like when he broke John Cena's nose, when he messed up Finn Balor, and when he
ended Sting's WWE career.
I mean, it's like you had seen enough of his work to know, like, just a bunch of fucked up stuff happened.
A little reckless. I would say a little, not terribly reckless. I would say a little reckless because getting. Like what he did,
he's been safer with the knuckle bomb lately.
He's been getting, and sometimes you have to learn from your mistakes. That's why I say he was a little reckless because he saw the mistakes he was making. He said, you know what, I can't keep hurting people. And also, didn't he get hurt like right after the whole Finn Balor thing?
Yeah, they ended up in the rehab together.
Yeah, and maybe that was part of the reason why Rollins' eyes were opened a little bit.
Yeah.
So because he had to see, like, you know, you have to experience for yourself. Like you have to
get
now
injured.
Now you know how it feels.
Yeah. So.
And did you want to keep going on this Nia Jax thing? Or?
No, honestly, fucking Nia Jax. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, again, I'm very much about giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, we don't want people to get hurt or injured here. And now, honestly, like I said, for my good here for this week, that visual of seeing Becky Lynch with the bloodied up face, yeah, that was fucking awesome. Yeah. It looked great, but like, and it's going to take Becky Lynch to the next fucking level, but my God, like, get somebody in there who's not going to injure people.
May I? Can I add on? I'm not in proper state of mind. Do you mind if I get into proper state of mind real quick before I get into my fucking...
Just go. Yeah, so, like, Nia needs to be off TV, and I don't know about fired, but she definitely needs to have something fucking happen before the next time she gets in the ring.
Excuse me.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy missed the burp. That was a legendary burp, too. That might have been...
Are you going to go? You going to go? You going to go?
Almost.
What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, man? Yeah.
All right, now I'm fucking ready.
Yeah.
pounded off the rest of a 25-ounce Budweiser. What? And I'm going to have me another one? All right, so here's my thing on fucking Nia Jax. I disagree with you. She's got to go. She's got to go. I thought about maybe... I've been talking about, like, she was the one... Because her and Braun Strowman both kind of had, like, their thing where they became singles competitors together when they had the brand split. And, you know, a lot of people were wondering how Braun Strowman was going to fare once he left the Wyatt family. And people were wondering how Nia Jax was going to be because she was down in NXT. And yes, like you said, she had some great matches with Asuka, but Asuka could have a fucking 5-star match against a goddamn fucking mop. She proved it. She had a fucking, you know, she had a pretty solid match against a fucking log. So, and like I said with that, Braun Strowman has been an incredible in-ring performer for them since that time because he just keeps getting better in the ring. Has he not?
He has, but this is the tamest rant I've ever heard in my life.
It's not. Oh no.
You said you needed to get all ramped up. You drank your beer and now you're talking just normal. Come on. Where the fuck is it? Where is the hate? Where is the hate? Let it flow from you. Come on.
So, the thing with Nia Jax, she almost killed Charlotte Flair in the fucking ring. She almost killed Charlotte Flair in the fucking ring. She injured Bayley. She injured fucking Charlotte. I'm pretty sure she injured fucking Asuka. She's injured multiple people over the years since she's been on the roster, and yet they keep fucking pushing her. Why? A lot of people are like, well, I don't understand why they do. I understand why the fuck they're doing it.
There are two reasons.
Number one, she's the fucking Rock's cousin.
2, she's big and looks different than everybody else.
You know, Bertha Faye was big and looked different than everybody else. They put the fucking title on her. Didn't fucking work out because she wasn't that great in the ring. And what happened to her? Hasta luego, bitch. You're fucking gone. You can't fucking wrestle. You gotta go. Nia's gotta fucking go. She really needs to just fucking go. Don't fucking put her down in fucking developmental. It's not gonna fucking do any good. What are you gonna do? You're gonna send her down there so she can fucking hurt Dakota Kai? Or fucking Bianca Belair? Yeah, that's real fucking smart. You put that fucking worthless, careless, dangerous woman down there to see if you can fix her fucking problems when clearly she's been in the business long enough that she's still not getting it. She doesn't fucking get it. Drew McIntyre, when he got released, said, you know, that was the best thing that ever happened to me because it helped me open up my mind and I cleared up my mind and I got better and I knew when I came back that I was going to be a better person for this, and that release was the best thing that happened for my career. Same thing with Jinder Mahal. They both said that. You need to deliver a fucking message. Basically, the message you're saying right now is that, well, we're not going to punish you, Nia, for the fact that you injured our hottest fucking star right now. Not like in the looks-wise, hot, because she was red fucking hot since SummerSlam. She had everybody talking about this fucking match. I was excited for that. That was the match that was the second match I was looking forward to the most on Sunday because of, you know, for months I was so anticipated Nakamura versus Rollins because God, that's going to be a great match on Sunday, and I'm still hyped for that match. But you basically derailed Becky Lynch when she was fucking red hot. You're gonna get your fucking title match. You didn't deserve the fucking win at the fucking Women's Evolution pay-per-view. You just didn't do it. I'm sorry. Just because I'm not a monster? Yes, you are a fucking monster. You need to go. I don't give a fuck who your fucking cousin is. I don't care if you're related to The Rock. I don't care if you're related to fucking Roman Reigns. I don't care if you're fucking related to Hulk Hogan. I don't give a fuck if you're related to fucking Randy Savage. I don't give a fuck if you're related to fucking Greg the Bunny. I don't give a shit. She's got to go. You need to fucking make an example of her to prove that this shit will not be tolerated. You're not any good. And what really fucking blew my mind, and it says a lot because I'm fucking brainless, so you don't have a mind when you're brainless, is the fact that the goddamn fat fucking bitch went out the next fucking day on social media and was like, nobody's asking me how my fucking hand is. Oh, really? Oh, your fucking hand hurts? Is it because of the fact that you fucking depleted the shit out of her with one fucking punch? You broke her fucking nose? You gave her a fucking severe concussion? If anything, it made you look worse. because of the fact that your hand was so fucked up from what you did. You wanted sympathy? Fuck you! Fuck you! Just taking her off the fucking Survivor Series team was not good enough for me. Sending her down to developmental is not good enough for me. I would have fucking fired that bitch right there on the spot. I'm like, oh, you hurt somebody. You've been reckless and careless and a shitty fucking wrestler since you got fucking called up to the main roster. You gotta go, you fat fucking cunt. You gotta go. Just get the fuck off my fucking roster. Go to fucking TNA. Go fucking kill one of the women over there. Just go to fucking New Japan or wherever the fuck you're gonna go. Yeah, go to New Japan. You can be fucking Godzilla. At least Godzilla could probably have a better match than you could, you fat bitch. I'm sorry.
That's the fire, baby.
I'm sorry.
That's the fire.
I haven't been this fucking...
Yeah.
When was the last time I was this fired up about any fucking woman in wrestling? Oh, that's right. When we first started this show and they did the fucking stupid Eva Marie bullshit. This is actually worse. Because they knew that Eva Marie couldn't wrestle, so they just fucking trolled on people every single fucking week. Oh, Eva Marie is supposed to wrestle tonight, but she missed her fucking bus. Oh, Eva Marie is going to fucking wrestle, but oh, look, there's a fucking wardrobe malfunction. The difference is if Nia Jax had a fucking wardrobe malfunction, nobody would want to see that. It'd be like fucking, all the people watching Raw would throw up all over themselves. Just like watching her in the fucking ring. Because that's the only thing that's more disgusting than the thought of her naked. She's fucking atrocious. If I was Vince McMahon and I had any fucking balls, I know he's taken steroids for years, so clearly he doesn't have testicles anymore. If I had the balls, Vince McMahon, just fire that bitch. She's got to go. I've been saying it, that she needs, she's not good at all. She's fucking terrible in the fucking ring. It's not like she can fucking cut a fucking promo. What do you need? Because you want the fucking fat bitch so that other fat bitches in this world can feel better about themselves? Because she's the only woman in all of WWE who has her weight announced? She's the only one, right? Oh, so we're all supposed to feel good. Yeah, let me explain something to you all about this, okay? I'm not the skinniest guy in the world. I'll admit that right now. But you know what? I don't deal with fucking fat bitches like her. So, if I see her, if she fucking, if she came up on one of my dating profiles, I wouldn't do it. No fucking way would I fucking do that shit. It's fucking mindless that WWE keeps giving this woman fucking opportunities when she really doesn't deserve it. She didn't deserve to be the Raw Women's Champion when she won the title. I love the fact that Alexa Bliss took the fucking title from her the way that she did. I love the fact that Ronda's now the champion. It pisses me off. Kevin, I'm not doing any shots. I'm sorry. I've already put one of these bad boys down. I'm on my second one of these. If I do shots, I'm going to be fucking night-night. So, she's got to go. She's too careless. She's too reckless. I've been saying it for a while. And at this point right now, her in developmental is not a good idea. Nia versus Ronda in a TLC match would be a bad idea. And I love you too, Mikey. I don't know what else to say about fucking Nia Jax. I really don't. I'm at that point where it really bothers me that she's still thrown out there. I love you too, Kevin. I love you in... Seriously? Well, Kevin, congratulations.
Kevin, shots for you, dude. See, now that's the fire I'm talking about. Fucking beautiful, man. So, my honorable mention this week for the good would be Drew McIntyre. Right? Yeah. Drew McIntyre's promo on Raw was good. I don't know how we come back from your rant. That was great. By the way, Jimmy, you were talking about that should be put on YouTube. Guess what, man? It is live on YouTube. We are now streaming the Effin' Marks live on YouTube every week also. So, at the FN Marks.
What?
Yeah. So, I think the brainless one thinks that Nia Jax should be fired.
The brainless one has officially had his brain melted because of that fucking fat cow. I've held it back for so long about her. I really have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get it.
We appreciate it, Jimmy. You know how we roll. We'll sub back with you. So yeah, we started rolling with the YouTube last week. So see how it goes, man. Yeah. But anyway.
Oh, we're supposed to do an honorable mention now?
No, you don't need to do an honorable mention. I did an honorable mention because I thought that Drew McIntyre cut a fucking awesome promo. Talking about how it's his show and he's going to mold the fucking thing into me. And like there was a part where he's like, look at me. Look into my eyes.
What's it truly?
I don't know. Anyway.
I got a tall boy. I got that much because I went down to the 7-Eleven. They didn't have any 40s or Colt 45, and I was just upset because in the rack that they had the Colt 45 usually in, there was a bottle that had the label facing the other way, and I was like, oh, I got the last one. It turned out it was a fucking Miller High Life, and I'm like, no, fuck
Back
that.
in the High Life again, baby.
Fuck Miller. Miller is fucking disgusting. If I wanted to drink fucking shitty beer, I'd take a shit in some water and mix it with some Nia Jax. And cheers, Kevin.
That sounds like a bad idea. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, freaking shots fired, man.
Jimmy, I've been drinking, and now, I've already had basically the equivalent of the 2 beers and a shot, and now I'm on my other tall boy. And
Speaking of cues, do you notice what shot glass I gave you? I gave the brainless one the shot glass of the Yukon Huskies.
who beat Syracuse last night.
Booyah.
And they look pretty good, too. I like
Danny
them.
Hurley,
I'll tell
so
you right
far
now,
so good, baby.
I'll tell you right now, I saw him all fired up after the game. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start drinking the Danny Hurley fucking Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
man.
Buddy Boeheim.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm in a very special place right now.
Good.
Yeah, you know what? You wanted it. You fucking got it. You wanted
Good.
fucking pissed off.
No,
Brainless
you
one.
needed to be
I
pissed
fucking
off.
got pissed off. I'm even more pissed off than I was before.
Good.
God fucking damn it.
But
Son of
now,
a bitch.
Now, you know what? We're going to get Becky versus Ronda is the main event at WrestleMania. Right. That's like the funniest thing I think all week. Yeah.
If the Giants go on and win 8 games in a row and finish the season 9-7, I'll eat my fucking hat.
Which one?
My Giants won.
Okay. Good.
They won't go fucking, because I'm pretty sure.
Hey, we have it on 3 different versions of media. That you have said that, and maybe this is going to be extra motivation for them. You know what? I'm going to see if I can clip this. I'm going to send it to Saquon, and we're going to see if Saquon could, deliver the rest of these
Giants
wins.
are not going to win 8 games in a row. They could beat Tampa. I wouldn't be surprised to beat Tampa Bay on Sunday.
Fitzmagic, baby.
Fuck Fitzpatrick. Just remember, they still have to play the team with the 3rd best quarterback in the National Football League.
The greatest neckbeard.
Andrew Luck. They still got to play the Titans and the fucking Colts. In fact, I'm going to pull up the fucking schedule right now.
Really?
And I'm going to prove to you all that the Giants are not going to win another. The Giants will lose one of their next 7 games.
Well, obviously, they're probably playing.
They still got to play Washington again. They still got to play Dallas again. They still got to play Philadelphia again.
And none of them are very good. So, yeah.
Yeah, Washington's only in first place. They lost to all those teams. Oh, look, they play at Philadelphia next week.
They can beat those bums.
All right, and then after that,
Philadelphia is so fucking bum this year.
They're playing the Bears.
Bears are kind of all over the place. They're pretty good, but like...
Stop trying to justify the Giants are not winning another...
The Giants could win out.
That's Washington, yep. Week 15,
Eli is going to be the biggest, thorn in the
side
side of them winning.
Week 15,
Right?
Week 16, they... They're at the Colts with the third best quarterback in the National Football League, and then they close out the season.
No. He's
Against
not
the
a third best. He's a top 3.
He's a top 3 quarterback in the National
There's a
Football
slight difference
League.
there. That means he could possibly be 1, and possibly be 2.
Well, he's not 1 or 2. He's definitely number 3. He's not better than fucking Aaron Rodgers, and he's not better than Tom Brady. And it bothers me that I have to say that second part.
Probably not better than Drew Brees.
Okay, so he's number 4. He's not better than Patrick Mahomes. All right, he's number 5.
He's better than Eli. Is he better than Baker?
Yeah, he's better than Baker Mayfield.
I don't know about that.
Colts have a really good offensive line, and
Hey,
they beat the Jaguars. And the Jaguars, everybody was like, "Ooh, I think the Jaguars are going to win it all."
3-6 right now.
I know that. And I fucking called it. I fucking called the people. You go back on my fucking Twitter account at RappinRobo, RAPPIN.
And then look at all of his other football picks and realize that that's
Hey, I
like
picked
the
the
one he
Bengals.
got right.
The Bengals. I picked the Patriots to win the division, but that's like picking that I'm going to take a shit
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like, you know, but I did pick the fucking Saints.
Oh, yeah.
I feel really good about my Super Bowl pick though. Saints and Patriots.
Could still happen.
I picked the Patriots and the Chargers in the championship game, even though I picked the Chiefs to win the division. I know.
Oh,
my
that
football.
could happen.
I'll tell you what's not going to happen is the fact that I picked the Giants to be a wild card.
Yeah, you're not very objective when it comes to the Giants.
I did that because I'm like, you know,
You're not objective at all.
They may not.
You thought they were going to the Super Bowl and winning last year.
Yeah, and they fucking won 3 games. What's your point?
But
The Giants-
you
the Giants
know what?
last
The
year-
Giants are not going to get the first pick. I think the first pick is
Raiders.
coming from.
The Raiders.
It's going to come from this Raiders Cardinals game.
I'd rather
The matchup of the weekend, baby. Matchup of the weekend.
I'd rather fucking kill myself.
You know what? They should get the what the fuck's his name? I don't know.
Baggy
I'll call him
sleeves?
the hefty lefty.
Jared Lorenzen?
Yeah, the dude who was like 6'9", the fat dude who was left-handed. And
Oh,
was
the guy who was like 6'3" and like 400 pounds. That played at Kentucky.
6'9". He was like 6'8" or 6'9". He was
And he
like
played at
Braun Strowman.
Kentucky, and he broke all fucking Tim Couch's records at Kentucky, and is a Super Bowl champion, who now plays for like the Lock Monsters in the Arena Football League. Yeah,
Yes.
Jared Lorenzen.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Want to. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Yes.
Kevin Gilbride loved running the ball with him at first and goal at the 1.
Yes.
I don't want baggy sleeves, Bradford.
Come
I don't
on.
want fucking Nathan Peterman. I don't want Nathan Pick 6 Peterman. I don't want fucking Colin Take a Knee Kaepernick. I don't want any of those fucking guys. I'd rather fucking have Eli, especially with fucking Nathan Peterman. If I had to say who's the worst quarterback I've ever seen play football, it's Nathan Peterman. Second worst is fucking Jamarcus Russell that played for the fucking Raiders. The third worst is Tebow.
Tebow has won a playoff game.
Tebow won one less playoff game than Dallas Cowboys have since the mid-90s. That's fucking sad. When Tebow has one less playoff win in his career than fucking Tony Romo, and Tony Romo was supposed to be God and will probably be in the Hall of Fame, but Eli Manning with 2 Super Bowl MVPs under his belt is not good enough to be in the Hall of Fame, but we're not going to get into that. Speaking of Hall of Fames, though, and GOATs and all that shit. So, last week on our episode of 105 of the FM Marks podcast, we had made the announcement that Steve Austin came out and did an interview where he said he was going to stop drinking. Steve Austin yesterday.
It's a very, very
happy
sad day.
It's a happy day. Steve Austin came out and did an interview at another podcast and said, I have not actually quit drinking beer. And they actually posted it on the Twitters where it said that Steve Austin said he's actually not quit. He has not quit drinking beer. He's going to continue drinking. And he retweeted it by saying, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. And so all is right in the world because, and that's the reason why I'm actually wearing the shirt tonight, because of the fact that Steve Austin said that he has not actually quit drinking beer because Steve Austin quitting beer is like Cheech and Chong quitting smoking pot.
Right. It's just wrong.
Or Cassius Ono quitting eating.
The crazy buffet.
If Cassius Ono became anorexic. Which he's probably the one person that if he was stranded on a deserted island with no food, he could probably last the longest than any other human being ever.
He might eat himself.
Yeah, like Pizza the Hut, locked up in the back of his limo
Yes.
and ate himself to death.
Matt Riddle against Cassius Ohno is coming soon, baby.
I'm excited.
Bro.
I'm excited for him because he's actually really good in the ring.
Yeah.
If he keeps fucking calling people bro, I'm gonna kill myself.
Bro, you know what? Jimmy has a good idea. The bro battle.
The Battle of the Bros.
Yes. The broski.
Broski versus the bro Matt Riddle.
Yes.
Matt Riddle does look kind of like Spicoli.
He does.
Yeah. Yes.
You know who else he looks like? He looks a little bit like Jason Mewes.
A little bit.
Snoochie boochies.
Boo boo kitty fuck.
Yeah.
Greatest line was in that movie Silent Bob Strike Back. This is your pulse. And here's your finger. Far from the pulse. Jammed straight up your ass. Say, would you like a chocolate covered pretzel? The Mallrats fans would have gotten that reference.
Yes.
Also, the people who watched Silent Bob Strike Back. Still one of the greatest fucking movies of all time.
Right.
I say that about a lot of movies. I also
Just like you talk about goats.
Yes. There's like 57 movies that are in my top 20 movies of all time.
Yes.
I do know. I will say this.
You know what, Jimmy? I bet
nuggets.
He would probably stink palm you. Hey, Mr. Svenning, would you like some chocolate-covered pretzels? Maybe that's what we need to do to Nia Jax.
That's not.
We need to give her the fucking stink palm.
No, we need to find a fucking elixir that's going to help her actually become a professional wrestler, and like fucking hose her down with that shit because that's the only way she's going to.
Maybe she needs to eat the Rock's cooking and not just smell it.
Maybe she just needs to jump off a bridge and die.
That's a little severe.
You're
She didn't
right.
kill anybody.
Yeah. She will. She's going to Great Khali somebody soon.
I mean, if you want to get that way, Rey Mysterio killed somebody.
But that was an absolute accident.
It was.
I take my chances in the ring with Rey Mysterio, who killed somebody, and then I went with Nia Jax because she's just due to kill somebody. She's gonna be the first woman to. She's gonna be the first professional wrestler to kill somebody on Monday Night Raw on live WWE television, and then they're gonna be like, "What are we gonna do? Oh, let's just give her a title shot because that's what we're gonna do with fucking Nia Jax. We're not gonna just punish her because she's related to The Rock because we're gonna be like, all right, Nia, you're fucking suspended for 30 days, and then the fucking doors are gonna bust open and be like." Finally, The Rock has come back to Monday Night Raw. Why are you going to suspend my cousin, Nia Jax? Because that is wrong. You know she's like the fucking great niece of fucking Afa or Sika or whatever the fuck it is of the Samoans.
Speaking of The Rock.
I'm not going to see the new Page movie.
No. That trailer, for me, looked fucking awful. It looked like they took every scene The Rock was in to try to sell the movie. And, like, I love The Rock. I like most of The Rock's movies.
I love The Rock.
I did not like the trailer. I don't think the movie's going to be very good. It looks like it's going to be terrible. Jimmy wants to see it, though. Ooh, Pete Dunne cameo. That might get you enough to squirt onto the screen. I know how much you want to freaking lick his pee hole.
Wait, Pete Dunne?
Yeah, Pete Dunne.
I had a fucking brainless moment for a second. I thought it was the other Dunne.
I was over under, and under was over done. Right?
I would actually say that fucking Pete Dunne was it, because Pete Dunne is the fucking GOAT. He is the greatest United Kingdom champion of all time.
He is.
I mean, it's either him or Tyler Bate.
Just like Kevin Owens was the greatest Universal Champion for a while.
Right. That fat piece of shit. That's why I can't wait to go to WrestleMania next year. Because I am going to fucking roll up with a fucking tray of goddamn cupcakes and put them right in front of Kevin Owens.
Right. You can't block this, you fat fuck.
I am going to call him a fat fuck, too. I'm like, yeah, hey, this is what you get for fucking blocking me. Here's some cupcakes, you fat piece of shit. Choke on them, you fuck.
Speaking of which, WrestleMania tickets went on sale today. They had a special VIP thing go on sale yesterday, and I waited in the quote-unquote Ticketmaster line, and when I saw how much the tickets were for the shit seats, I was like, I don't have that money right now, pal.
How much were they?
It was like 110 without the fucking fees. I was like,
What?
fuck that. Now,
For nosebleeds?
That was yesterday. Now I don't know if now that it's gone on sale to the general public and because I think they just had a limited amount of seats released, but I was like, no, fuck that. I can't do that.
I would pay I would pay that kind of money for fucking nosebleeds to see Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. I want to see Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. I need to redeem myself for the fact that I watched WrestleMania in your house at WrestleMania 11 at the Harvard Civic Center.
Jenny McCarthy.
I mean, I did get to see Jenny McCarthy and Pamela Anderson
In their prime.
but they also gave me fucking Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the little butt plug that he is. And the fact that the best match of the night was actually ruined by a fucking goat fucking ruins it. The fact that Kevin Nash was in the title picture made that fucking shitty. The fact that fucking it was the one of the worst fucking build, like the fact that I love King Kong Bundy and yet they found a way to ruin a fucking Undertaker match during a streak fucking kills me. The fact
Nobody knew it was the streak then.
The fact that Lex Luger and the British Bulldog buried an undefeated tag team, a makeshift tag team just came in there and fucking did it. The highlight of that thing, other than Lawrence Taylor winning in the main event at WrestleMania, proving that Lawrence Taylor has main evented and won more WrestleMania matches than CM Punk, is the fact that I got to see the GOAT Owen Hart.
Right.
And I fucking love Owen Hart.
Right.
And that was and just because of the fact that just thinking about Owen always tugs in my heart and everything, but I wasn't even trying. That's the fucked up part. But that's the reason why I want to go. That's number one reason, because of the fact that I watched such a shitty WrestleMania, and it was in the top 3 worst WrestleManias of all time. And number 2 is because of the fact that I want to go to the fan access and put an entire tray of cupcakes right in front of Kevin Owens' fat fucking face and be like, here you go, you fat piece of shit. You're gonna fucking block me now? You're gonna fucking escort me out of the fucking building? Why don't you fucking get up with your 2 fucked up knees, you fat fuck? Eat these fucking cupcakes and choke on them. Hi, Sammy. And just walk away. As I'm walking away, I'm going to be playing this song as I walk away, too, the entire time. Because you're going to fucking pull that shit with me, Kevin Owens, that's fine. But I'm going to fucking put that tray in front of you, and I'm going to call you a fat piece of shit, and fucking put that tray of cupcakes in front of you, and then as I walk away, how the hell did I fuck this one up? Oh.
I don't think our girl Hannah Reese would appreciate this part of our show very much. Oh yeah!
I fucking love Sami Zayn. I miss Sami Zayn.
Right.
But that's exactly the music I would play as I'm fucking walking away from that fat piece of shit. As he's choking on the fucking cupcakes I made him. They're gonna be full of laxatives too. And I know he's gonna eat them because he's a fat piece of shit. The only fucking conundrum I'm gonna have is that maybe Cassius Ohno is in the building when I bring that tray of cupcakes and he's gonna be like, ooh, cupcakes. Yeah, you other fat fucking piece of shit. I bet you want one of these fucking cupcakes too. No, you're wrong. I'm wrong. You don't want just one, you want all of them. At once, and you're just gonna eat them like fucking Patrick does with a fucking plate of Krabby Patty. He's just gonna take the fucking tray and you're gonna pour the fucking cupcakes in your mouth.
The hype man, Jimmy.
God,
Jimmy, can you be the brainless one's hype man? Be the brainless one's hype man for WrestleMania. We're gonna, you know what? Come up to WrestleMania with us. Be his hype man.
I can't. You know how many people want
brainless. Yeah.
I could probably kick Leo Rush's ass too, Jimmy.
Yeah. That would be great.
Jimmy's making one hell of a fucking push especially because the Marquee Awards are coming up very soon, and Jimmy's making his push to be fucking follower of the year. And you know what?
You never know. Jimmy may be the next effing Marks Hall of Famer. We don't know.
If I remember correctly, Jimmy won it the first year we did the Mark Out Awards.
So, hey.
I mean, he could be the first 2-time Marquee winner.
He could be.
I think Roman Reigns actually.
Well, Roman Reigns has won multiple.
Because I know he won it for the wettest hair.
Multiple years. Yep.
He was a fucking co-winner. I'm not copping out this year. I'm not holding.
Yeah, no
anything
cop
back.
outs.
This year we're gonna come up with an award, the Nia Jax Shitty Fucking Wrestler Award, and we're just gonna give it to Nia Jax because she's a fat fucking cow.
The I'm lucky to still have a job award.
Lucky I'm still no. Well, I'm definitely a nominee for that fucking award.
Woo! Yeah, the brainless one knows that. He knows that the Magic turned into a unicorn earlier this year than they have in past years.
No, I'm just still waiting for them to hit the fucking iceberg. It's not Christmas yet, so everything's possible. They
Anything's possible.
But anyway, so what else we still got in this board?
Well, we haven't even covered the fucking card, man. We haven't even made predictions.
Did we talk about how Steve Austin trolled everybody?
We did. You literally just talked about how he said he has not stopped drinking beer.
Okay, so we touched base on that. Did I go on an epic rant of brainless magnitude?
You did.
Did we talk about the good, the bad, and the brainless?
We did, but we did not talk about Survivor Series or NXT
I know, I'm looking
TakeOver.
at the board. That's why we have the board. I don't have the board for fucking decoration there.
All right.
Okay, so Jimmy's going to be BRB, which is fine. So let's get into some predictions then.
All right.
Because I do want to get into these predictions because this thing is going to be gone pretty soon, and I'm going to be in a very special place because that's like
Very, very special place.
I really wish that there was beer in the fridge, but that's okay. We still have plenty of whiskey and blackberry brandy.
There is a beer in the fridge. There's a beer in the fridge.
I know. I could have went and bought more beer at 7-Eleven.
There's a beer in the fridge. There's a Legend Brown Ale.
All right, so NXT TakeOver.
Four matches, only 4 matches, but they've got like 2.5 hours.
I think I think what they're gonna do.
Well, not all of them are blood feuds, but they're like long built-up feuds.
Well, the thing is that last year when they did the War Games, the actual War Games match. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It was 3 teams. It was the Undisputed Era. It was Sanity, and it was the makeshift team of the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong. This year, it's a little bit different because it's 2 teams of 4, whereas the War Raiders, Pete Dunne, and the GOAT Ricochet going up against all 4 members of the Undisputed Era,
including Adam Cole, baby!
So it's going to be more like the old school War Games where it was just 2 teams and you start off with a member of each team and then every 5 minutes another member of the other team would come in. So I'm thinking the fact that they're actually doing it like an actual old school War Games themed match where it is 2 teams and it's just going to be individuals just coming in throughout the entire match and it's like, oh boy, the Undisputed Era has a 2-on-1 advantage. Oh look, now they even up the odds and 5 minutes later, oh look, the Undisputed Era now has 3 guys and it's just 2 for a team, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves, until it's all said and done. So obviously it's going to be very interesting.
Did you mean you didn't mean that, did you?
No, I didn't. I'm just talking.
And you said said and done.
Yeah.
Does that mean you think that Pete Dunne's going to be the last one? See what you did there? See what you did there? Did you know that you did that? Did you know that you did that?
I think Pete Dunne can be the first one in there for his team too. I really do because I think they want to see how he can go because this is going to be the one that makes or breaks. It's really sad too, Jimmy, because NXT has been the most entertaining WWE programming for a while. TakeOver is going to be fantastic. I try my damnedest to watch NXT because of the fact that they have some tremendous storylines. This whole Gargano and Aleister Black situation is really good. Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa for the title is just like, my God. The whole War Games thing has just been built up for weeks and weeks and weeks. And even like the sub stories like the Matt Riddle and the Hamburglar having their fucking little rivalry that they have.
Oh no!
Which is funny because if we were actually going to the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet on Thanksgiving Day, they'd be saying
which I mean, we That was the plan. That was going to be a great plan.
I
But
really-
our buddy
really-
who is about to leave the area decided he was going to throw a little Thanksgiving soiree, so we're going to do that. Yeah. The Dream gets title match, and honestly, I think Jimmy has the right idea here. I think Dream loses, and I think we end up seeing him on the main roster.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
It's both of your opinions. But that's why we're going to make the predictions. The only match I'm really not looking forward to is the Shayna Baszler Dakota Kai match. I'm sorry, Kairi Sane. I apologize, Kairi Sane. I have another one, brainless one.
All right. So,
Because I
what
don't
do we
like-
what do we want to start with prediction wise? Let's go with the Shayna Baszler Kyrie Sane match. 2 out of 3 falls. Now, this is now their 5th match, and it's tied up. And they're using 2 out of 3 falls to try to settle it once and for all.
They're trying their damnedest to win a fucking Marquee Award for fucking Rivalry of the Year. It's a crying shame it's going to end up going to fucking Ciampa and Gargano, but...
Well, the only thing for me that holds this whole storyline back is Shayna Baszler on the microphone.
God. If
But
it wasn't for the fact that Nia Jax was an absolute fucking dumpster fire in the ring, Shayna Baszler would be the worst fucking female performer in all of WWE programming. But it's the
She's
only
fine
reason
in the ring.
Oh no, she's fantastic in the ring. It's just like I wanna like take a ice pick and jam it in my fucking earlobe every time she talks.
Yeah, she's
she's
terrible.
she's atrocious. If we
Shayna or Nia?
Shayna.
All right.
As long as Shayna doesn't say anything.
You know what? You know how we go off on tangents here. I'm gonna go off on a slight tangent here. You know who I wouldn't mind having relations with? That I would say, please, for the love of God, shut the fuck up and just do this. Who? If you watch WWE Ride Along, Liv Morgan, oh my God. Like literally on this episode of Ride Along, they had 2 goats in a car together. Edge and Christian. They were freaking hilarious. Then they had the Riot Squad in another car. And Ruby was fine. And
Ruby's fantastic. I fucking love Ruby
and so is Sarah Logan.
Sarah
She was-
Logan. Ruby Riott.
oh my fucking God. Liv Morgan was like a
I wanted to punch myself in the face watching it because of her. I want to actually sleep.
the only thing that was redeeming about Liv Morgan in this
Is
was
at
when
the
they
end
showed
was-
her ass
at the end of the
it.
episode.
My God, she sucked.
I love Ruby Riott more and more every week. I fucking love her. She is fantastic in the ring. She's really good on the mic. She is a born leader. She has done wonderful things with the Riot Squad. I fucking love her, and she looks hotter and hotter every single week because she grows her hair out. Not saying that she was unattractive when she had the short hair, but the fact that her hair is out now, oh my God. Liv Morgan has kind of plummeted from my list, and I know that if Justin from Wrestle Pals in Virginia was actually watching this, he would be very upset with me by saying that, because I know that he has a special affinity towards Liv Morgan.
She looks fantastic.
No, I'm not saying
She needs to shut the fuck up.
She's an 11. She's an 11 out of 10 in looks. She is a fucking retard. She makes me look like a Mensa scholar.
Oh,
Yeah, it was bad. She was fucking bad. I actually have a little bit more affinity towards Sarah Logan after that episode because of the fact that she farts and brings meat on the thing, and she's a fucking retard like the brainless one because she's a fucking Viking, and she's married to a Viking. She's like 24, if he's talking about Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's like 24. And I think because of the fact that she was retarded enough to date Enzo Amore, speaks volumes of her. She has to be a fucking, it has the IQ of a fucking kumquat to fucking actually date that retard too.
Enzo Amore in the news today for getting thrown off a flight for supposedly vaping on a plane.
And you know what, Jay? You can't teach that.
Fucking A.
Him and the fucking fat casserole.
Anyway.
So let's get into the fucking predictions. Shayna Baszler versus
Kairi Sane.
for in the 2 out of 3 falls match for the women's title.
I'm going with Shayna Baszler. I like Kairi Sane more. I think they probably see bigger things with Shayna Baszler because they probably think, we could teach her how to talk. No. Hey, Enzo has a concert this week. Very exciting. In LA.
I'm about as excited for that as I am for fucking Nia Jax wrestling on Sunday.
You know what I'm hoping for on Sunday? I'm hoping that when she's in the ring, everybody stiffs the fucking hell out of her. I don't want her to get...
better than what I hope. I'm hoping that she blows out both of her ACLs walking to the ring. It's just that way she can't kill anybody in the ring. She's gonna do it. She's gonna fucking do it. She's gonna fucking do it.
Turn this...
Nia Jax is gonna
turn this into a storyline. What if they have Becky Lynch come out and fucking, chop block her and beat the fuck out of her?
Then I'll shoot alone.
That is the only redeemable thing I think they can do at this point for her, is have Becky Lynch beat the fucking hell out of her. And I hope she puts in some stiff shots. Like, I honestly kind of want this to be like when Bret Hart went against Vince McMahon, and it was a fucking shitty match at WrestleMania 26. It really was.
That's a fucking understatement. That was.
But what I want to, Bret Hart after that match was kind of like, yeah, I laid a couple of shots in there with the chair that were probably a little unnecessary. Mm-hmm. I would like to see Becky Lynch have that fucking ruthless fucking fuck you fucking bitch, you fucking fuck me, and I'm gonna hurt you back. I'd like to see a little bit of that.
I'd like to see Nia Jax blow both of her ACLs on the way in the ring.
Okay.
That's how much I don't like Nia Jax.
Okay.
I hope she does, because that's the only way you're going to stop that fucking gargantuan from fucking hurting somebody in the ring. Or killing somebody. She's going to fucking do it. And even The Rock can't fucking save her. Or fucking Roman Reigns. Or Afa. Or Sika. Or fucking Jamal. Or fucking the Ugandan giant Kamala. Or fucking the Samoan bulldozer. Ooh, my God. None of them are going to be able to fucking save that bitch.
You named a few dead people.
I did name a few dead people. Obviously, Rose.
This man's dead.
And cross them off.
I think Kamala's dead too.
No, Kamala's still alive. He just has no legs.
Is his name Bob?
I forget what his fucking name is. What's the name of his other leg? Alright, so you're going to go with Shayna Baszler?
Yes, I am.
I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler too, as much as it hurts me. As much as I love the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, who I almost called Dakota Kai for the second time. But I think Kairi Sane, as much as I like Kairi Sane, it's going to be Shayna Baszler. Because she's got those other two fucking bitches from fucking UFC in her corner.
Right.
Just a shame that, if Shayna Baszler could actually talk, she would actually, she's not attractive in any way. So that says a lot about Nia Jax, that I would still sleep with Shayna Baszler. But either way, I'm still going to go with Shayna Baszler. And I may or may not be drunk.
No, you're way down that rabbit hole, my friend. All right, so Johnny Gargano against Aleister Black. This has been a long developing storyline, and you know what? I know you were not a fan of Johnny Gargano's promo, but it did help explain stuff where he's like, hey, you just were the wrong person at the wrong time. I don't hate you, but I needed to get at Tommaso Ciampa, and you were in my way, so I took you out.
Can I bring up something real quick? I basically polished off 50 ounces of Budweiser in less time than what it takes me to finish off a 40 ounce of Colt 45.
There you go. Anyway.
But it's also Friday night. I wanted to get fucking plowed. And a fucking shot!
So yeah, Johnny Gargano, I thought he did a pretty good job of actually explaining stuff, but So I got the explanation. I'm digging this match, and
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic wrestling match. Let's be serious for 2
I don't think
seconds.
it's going to be a match, man. It's going to be a fight. Because Aleister Black is fucking pissed off.
All the matches tomorrow are going to be fantastic. As much as I talk shit about Shayna Baszler not being able to talk, Shayna Baszler can handle herself in the ring, and she's actually pretty impressive for somebody who hasn't been wrestling as long as they could, and she's really good. And her and Kairi Sane do have really good matches. I'm excited for that match. I'm excited for fucking Johnny Gargano versus Aleister Black, because you know what? Those two can wrestle.
Who do you think's going to win?
Aleister Black.
All right. I'm going to go with Johnny Wrestling.
Oh, you're going to appease the man who didn't show up tonight for the
No, I'm not
episode.
appeasing anybody. This is who I think's going to win. Johnny Wrestling. He is...
The pride of Cleveland.
He's making a heel turn, and he needs to show his presence with authority. So I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano.
I don't argue with that, but I'm still going to go with Aleister Black.
So you're arguing with it by picking the other thing, and that's fine.
That's not
It's
arguing.
great that
I'm
you
not
have
arguing.
you have. It's great that you have.
I can
another...
see Gargano winning the match. I can see Aleister Black winning the match. I'm going to pick Aleister Black because, I'm sorry, the dude is fucking pissed off about what happened. Although, if Johnny Gargano was going to win, it's going to be because his fucking his gothic wife is going to make an appearance. That's the only way Gargano wins. But
Dude,
I'm
do
just-
I need to call Varner in?
No.
Do I need to call Varner in? Stop.
Well, I think Johnny Gargano's going to win, but I can see Aleister Black winning. And it's because of the fact
You know
that,
what?
that
You're-
freaking Candice
stop.
LeRae's
Stop.
going to make an
Pick
appearance.
just
Aleister Black.
You
I'm
just
still
make a
gonna go
pick.
with- I'm still going to go with Aleister Black.
yes, I know, but don't try to sit there and like going. But I could also see why this person could win.
Oh, this
just
is the
make
this
a
is the-
choice.
This is the
Just
one
make a
match
fucking
that no matter
choice.
who I picked, I'm going to be like, I don't feel as confident making that pick, but I'm still going to go with Aleister Black because I'm a fan of Aleister Black. He gets to bang fucking the beautiful fucking woman who's now my second favorite woman in all of WWE, and Selena Vega. She's definitely numero dos in my thing.
And she's not dose. Like
She's not a
Nia
dose.
Jax.
She's a fucking 10. That's what she is. And I would stick it in her fucking dose hole.
Right.
Even though she's not fucking Charlie Caruso.
And then would you put it in her mouth and then her vag?
In an order that might surprise you. Ass mouth vag.
So, all right. The Dream against Tommaso Ciampa. NXT title on the line. I already basically made my prediction pretty clear that I think that Ciampa's going to win. The Dream's going up to the main roster, I believe.
I want to agree with you on that. I really do. But I want to see the Velveteen Dream as NXT champion. And he, as much as I've said that Becky Lynch has been red fucking hot since SummerSlam, Velveteen Dream has been red hot since around that same time because he had his match against EC3. He went over on EC3. If he didn't get, if he had lost that match to EC3, I would have said he was on the main roster. But you know what? Give the kid a fucking chance. Give him this fucking title. As much as I have loved Tommaso Ciampa being the fucking NXT champion, and he is one of the top heels in all of WWE, I
wasn't for
want to
Shano.
see. Huh? What about Shano? Shano definitely.
Oh, well, he stole his heat.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Shano is only the greatest heel in the history of professional wrestling. Because he stole the heat of the NXT champion.
Tommaso Ciampa. Yeah.
Who is, yeah. I'm going to go with Dream.
All right.
I'm going to go with Dream.
Sweet. All right. So, the final match. Undisputed Era, who won last year, going against the War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne.
Okay. This is how I'm going to break down this match. You have the Undisputed Era on one team, and then you have the War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne on the other team. And you have to look at it like this. The Undisputed Era has how many goats on their team?
4.
Bullshit, I'm gonna fucking tell you there's 4. Roderick Strong is not a fucking goat. He's fucking Brock Holt. That's all he is. He's a super
And
utility
Brock
man.
Holt is the GOAT of utility men.
He's not a goat. Roderick Strong is not a goat because goats don't sound like how Roderick Strong sounds. Kyle O'Reilly is a borderline goat. He could be a goat, and he has the potential of being a goat, but Kyle O'Reilly is not quite in the goat fucking realm. Bobby Fish, on the other hand, even though he's coming, he is a goat because he is the goat of fucking beards. He is the goat of fucking facial hair. But he's been out of action for a while, so that's gonna kind of thwart his goatness because of the fact that he has been out for a while with a significant knee injury. But then you got Adam Cole, baby, and you know what Adam Cole is? Adam Cole is a fucking goat. I mean, you really have to be a goat to end up on our fucking wall. Because if you look at it, you have fucking Lando Calrissian, who happens to be Billy D. Williams. He's a fucking goat.
Princess Leia.
You have fucking Curtis Axel, who is definitely a fucking goat. You have fucking Chris Jericho. I mean, it says it right there. He's a fucking goat. And then you got fucking Adam Cole, baby. And guess what Adam Cole is? He's a motherfucking goat. So you got that. And then you look at the other team. The War Raiders, yeah, they're fucking fantastic.
They're not goats.
They are fucking Demolition if Demolition had fucking speed. That's exactly what they are.
And if they were from, like, the Scottish Highlands.
Yes. But that's build-wise, they look like fucking Demolition.
Yeah.
But they're Demolition with the fucking rocker speed.
Right.
So, I love the fucking War Raiders. Then you got fucking the Ricochet.
He's a goat.
Oh my god. Ricochet is fantastic. I fucking love Ricochet. He's definitely a fucking goat. And then you have fucking Pete Dunne.
He's a goat.
Pete Dunne is a goat of goats who's goated more than goats have ever.
Wait. There's only one of those.
No, there isn't. I've said that about Chris Jericho and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's only Chris Jericho.
Is that because he is... Is the fact that Chris Jericho...
He's got the fucking t-shirt to prove it.
Is it because of the fact that Chris Jericho is the only human being on the planet to get over 2 separate lists?
He got over more than just 2 lists.
But is it because of the fact that not one human being on the planet has ever gotten 1 list over, and he got over 2?
I don't know. My college roommate got a couple of lists over with me.
But he's not a goat.
My college roommate's a goat.
I've never met your college roommate. And
That's why you don't know.
I am the fucking Grand Wizard Messiah of fucking goatdom. It all
You call everybody a fucking goat.
And justifiably. I mean, if you think about it, Hulk Hogan's a goat. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a goat. The Undertaker
I
is
told
a
your
fucking
doppelganger today that he's a goat.
My doppelganger is a goat. You're a goat. You're a goat of people who co-host a podcast with a fucking retard. That makes you a goat. You know who else is a goat?
Who?
Motherfucking Steve Pierce. Because he won the World Series MVP.
He's the goat of the MVP of 2018 or of World Series.
Steve Austin's a goat. Darth Vader's a goat. The Iron Sheik is a goat. Billy D. Williams is a goat. I mean, there's a lot of goats. So
Drax the Destroyer.
I mean, here's a fucking goat right here. Here's a fucking goat right here. I hate to say it, but here's a fucking goat right here, and a 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 goat right here, and Sergeant Slaughter, you're not a goat. You are a fucking turncoat motherfucker. That's all you are.
Come on, he said he wanted his country back.
He fucking turned his back on us during the Cold War, so fuck him.
It wasn't the Cold War, it was during the Iraq War.
Well, whatever, fuck him.
Pew.
I mean, look at this. This is a box with fucking 3 goats on it. And then we got a fucking goat right here and fucking Drax the Destroyer. I mean, we have a goat right here and Jerry motherfucking Garcia. I mean, there's a lot of goats out in this world. How can we just justify that there's just one goat? I should be the fucking, like, the general manager of the fucking, what do they call those people who fucking go to the other countries and it's like, fuck.
What?
I can't think of it right now.
Are you the Prime Minister of Goats?
Thank you! I should be the Prime Minister of fucking Goatdom. Because I should be the one that determines whether or not somebody is a goat. Because you know who wouldn't be a GOAT?
Nia Jax.
Guy, well, besides
Well,
her.
wait. No, she's the GOAT of worst wrestlers.
I know that you've seen Nails versus El Gigante from Japan.
Maybe they should have a triple threat match
Well,
to determine who is
well,
the worst wrestler of all time.
there's one little
Well,
fucking.
they need Great Khali
snag.
to be in there.
Well, there's one little snag because of the fact that El Gigante's dead.
I think the match might be better because of it.
I think El Gigante dead would be a better wrestler than Nia Jax, as sad as that is. But anyway, so to go back, and we're just gonna fucking take our fucking podcast and go right back onto where we're supposed to be at.
And we are going back into our prediction for who's going to win this War Games match.
I'm gonna go with the War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne. Even though it's a faction that what is consisting of the Undisputed Era, I just think that this
They won
just-
last year.
They did win last year. If they're really high on Adam Cole, then yes, they're going to absolutely win this match. I just think that you have too many champions. Actually, there's a lot of champions. Like, pretty much all the champions are in this match that aren't the fucking women's champion and the NXT champion, because you have the UK champion teaming up with the North American champion to take on a team that consists of the tag team champions. I really just think that at the end of the day, it's going to end up being Ricochet, Dunn, and the War Raiders, and that's their way of sending the fans home happy.
Interesting. We only agree on one match because I'm going with the Undisputed Era and Adam Cole, baby, to win this match because you know what? They're the Undisputed Era.
Mhm.
They're fucking awesome.
Yes, they are.
And
Bobby Fish is more of a GOAT than fucking Adam Cole. He's got a better fucking beard than Adam Cole.
he does have a better
He
beard than
might,
Adam
have
Cole.
he might have the best fucking facial hair of any wrestler in all WWE, and that's including that fat fucking piece of shit Cassius Ohno.
Even better than Bray Wyatt.
Well, I haven't seen Bray Wyatt in a while. We don't know what
He's
his
been
fucking
very
face looks like.
mysterious with his tweets lately.
Yes, he has.
Hey, maybe he makes an appearance at Survivor Series.
Maybe it's the fucking Fratellis.
Maybe it's Chunk with the police.
Maybe it's Greg the Bunny.
So I'm going with the Undisputed Era. So you and I differ on 3 of the 4 matches.
That's good.
Good.
That's actually, when was the last time we actually had a pay-per-view where you and I fucking differentiated as much as we did?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
All right.
We're going to go into Survivor Series.
Moving right along to Survivor Series.
Do you have fucking Buddy Murphy or Blake Murphy or whatever? the fuck his
I
name?
put it on the fucking list. Murphy against Mustafa Ali.
That's gonna be fucking-
Apparently these two have been killing it, but I just haven't seen it, and I don't know. I'm sure their match will be good and entertaining. It might be better than the matches we get on the main card,
It's going to be better than anything Nia Jax does on Sunday.
except for if she gets injured.
Unless she fucking gets hit by a meteorite.
All right, so I'm going with Buddy Murphy.
Agreed.
He banged
I
Alexa Bliss.
really did.
So that's why I'm going with him. Speaking of which, Alexa Bliss tweeted this week and talked about she is slowly beginning her preps to return to the ring. But there's been reports out there that, she's had so many concussions that, they might hold her out of the ring for a long, long
It's
time.
probably going to be the same thing like they did with Daniel Bryan. The only difference is that Alexa Bliss is 26 and Daniel Bryan was in his mid-30s when they took him out of the ring. So she could actually afford to miss a couple of years because she already has established herself as one of the greatest women's performers since she's been called up to the main roster, because she's like a 5-time women's champion. She's won both the SmackDown and the Raw women's champion. She has been fantastic. And she is one of those people, kind of like when Shawn Michaels had his back injury and he was out of action for a while and then came back. They could do the same thing with Alexa Bliss. She could take a couple of years off, maybe kind of thrust her into the freaking Raw general manager position once Baron Corbin gets these hands from Braun Strowman and Braun Strowman breaks him in fucking 85 different fucking pieces, and I'm going to fucking love that shit because that fucking former NFL player fucking deserves to get his ass kicked because I hate fucking Baron Corbin.
Right.
But I she is definitely one of those people because of the fact that where she's at age-wise, that she could take some time off because you really need to think about your future. You can't think about the present. And with a lot of concussions, you gotta be more mindful of it. You can't risk.
You don't want to end up like a guy like Junior Seau. You just don't.
Well, you also don't want to have your career end at like 27 because you've sustained.
Do you want to be alive or do you want to die because you're depressed because you have CTE? Or do you want to kill people like fucking Aaron Hernandez because you have CTE? It's like WWE's doing the right thing by her.
Agreed.
And like, you know, literally she's just starting with light weight training right now. It's like she's been, you know, not able to wrestle for like a month. So whatever is going on, the fact that she could barely, like, it looked like 5 or 10 pound weights. That's nothing. Like if that's
the
like
fact that
all
she
that
missed
she is.
the Evolution pay-per-view is enough of a reason to understand how injured she really is and how much precaution they're taking with her because of the fact that they're taking it easy with her, and that's the best thing they can do. And I love the fact that WWE is coming in there and having her like, you know, we can't risk having you further injure yourself and have you have your career ended at a younger age than you could. So we, you know, just let you take your time to come back. But we'll keep you on television. We'll find something for you because you're just too good of a glorified character for us to keep you off of television completely. We're just going to keep you out of the ring and from you taking bumps because you, in the long run, are more important to us than in the short run when it's all said and done.
All right.
I didn't understand a damn word I just fucking said.
I kind of get what you're saying, but
She has to
that
think
was
about-
drunkology there.
I was drunkology, but you know what?
No, like that.
She does need to think about the long-term ramifications of what could happen if she gets back.
Nobody
into the ring.
who's in the position she's in really thinks that much about the long term. Like,
Oh, of
oh
course
fuck, I've got to get back in the fucking ring.
Oh, I mean, look at that.
I'm glad the WWE's like, going, no, because they've had enough bullshit happen. Where I mean, honestly, like the Benoit shit, like could have killed the company permanently.
Oh God, yeah.
It could have. If they have another thing like that happen with an active member of the roster who took too many blows to the head, fuck.
It'd be bad. It'd be bad for business.
So anyway, I'm glad that they're holding her off, and I hope that you know, she takes the time to get well, and I hope that the path that Daniel Bryan took back, if her concussions are that severe, that they've seen, hey, Bryan is healthy. He's been active, you know, doing a full-time schedule for at least a half year now. You know what? He's been fine. You know what? The fact that they've seen with Daniel Bryan, he can still wrestle. Yeah. He is not a liability. I hope that they're able to allow her to come back, obviously, sooner than 4 years, like Daniel Bryan.
I am really interested to see what happens with him at Survivor Series because of the fact that he's getting in the ring with Brock Lesnar.
We are not discussing James Ellsworth accusation, Shawno. I don't know what the accusations are.
Did he take out his penis and show it to you, Shawno? Because if that was the case, that would
AKA the Orton handshake.
There you go.
Right. Anyway.
Let me look that up real quick. The James Ellsworth accusation.
No, just have Sean tell us. Okay. I know you just can't wait to get on your damn phone. Drives me fucking nuts.
Okay.
Drives me.
All right, Sean. Then what are the James Ellsworth accusations then?
Yeah, hints and allegations.
I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
Did they find his chin?
Really? You made yourself laugh that hard?
Was it proven that anybody with two hands does not have a fighting chance? Is that what it is? Because of the fact that he got Braun spiked by fucking Braun Strowman? Is because of the fact that he beats women in the ring and everybody's like, oh, he's the fucking intergender champion who's actually the first ever Money in the Bank winner. Oh, God.
Right? Ooh, boy. He's being accused of Snapchatting pics to a 16-year-old girl. Now, that sounds like Lawrence Taylor level stuff. Am I right? Am I right?
I'm gonna throw my shoe at you, motherfucker. How dare you disrespect a goat like that? Lawrence Taylor is the fucking greatest fucking football player.
He thought she was 18. Yeah. Ooh, there are screenshots too, so he's in deep shit.
Yeah, guess what? He's not gonna.
He's gonna be going away to Statesville prison with Rocco Dillon.
Can we all just go on?
Yeah. That's me, Tiny, can make you feel pain like you've never felt before. I remember the Osmonds. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
I got better. He fucking
That's right.
That was the fucking shit. Leslie Nielsen was the go.
SummerSlam angle, the Undertaker versus Undertaker, Leslie Nielsen, baby. Naked Gun 33 and third.
I know.
Yeah.
Still one of the greatest, if not the greatest fucking opening scene in the history of movies. Naked Gun 33 and the third.
Yes.
With the fucking babies. Just fucking OJ fucking celebrating after he catches one at the bottom of the
And he's about to spike the baby, just like James Ellsworth. Just like when James Ellsworth got spiked by Braun Strowman.
Yes, exactly.
Apparently that needs to happen to James Ellsworth a few more times to knock some fucking sense into him.
Duh.
Fucking stupid fuck. If it's true.
Which is funny because one of the guys I work with is going to Disney World for the first time. He's taking his kids.
Yep.
Well, obviously he's taking his wife and his kids. And he, today was his last day before he goes. And I was like, hey, Colton, I'm like, can you bring me back a souvenir? He goes, depends on what it is. I was like, can you bring me back a Disney princess? Preferably over the age of 18. I mean, I did ask for either Elsa or fucking Princess Jasmine.
Jasmine. You know who used to play Jasmine a lot?
Selena Vega.
Annika.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever she told me whenever her and her friends would
Play Disney princesses.
She was always Princess Jasmine.
If she was actually going to show up tonight, I would definitely be there.
She's a good-looking girl.
She's a fantastic woman.
She's a cool girl too.
Yeah.
I like her.
Even if she fucking.
She's my friend.
Like fucking John Cena is our truth's friend. John Cena is
My friend.
6 months later, I never fucking liked John Cena. Sorry, John. That's why our truth is a goat.
What's wrong with you?
I'm drunk. I drink fucking basically the equivalent of 4+ beers and a shot in like an hour and 5 minutes. What do you want from me?
Right.
I can't wait till I do fucking Edward's 40 Hands 2 on this fucking podcast because it's going to be fantastic. Because I want to beat my own record of an hour and 10 minutes to do the Edward 40 Hands.
That's great.
I want to do it in like an hour.
Get
I
you
want
to
to do it
throw
in a
up.
fucking hour.
Get you to throw up.
I do want Jeff to be a part of that too because I think we're going to need somebody to fucking step in there and be the Steve Pierce of this podcast. And fucking Hanley Ramirez is going to designate himself for assignment.
Anyway, we should probably move along because I've got places to go.
People to see and beer to drink.
Yeah. So, anyway, moving right along. We both picked Buddy Murphy. All right. We've got the Tag Team Survivor Series match.
If you don't know who I'm picking for that shit, then you really don't know who the fuck I am.
The Ascension, right?
Oh shit! The fucking Tag Team Survivor Series match. I was thinking
Literally, that's what I just said. Open your ears, jackass.
Score one for the Brandon. I'm picking Team Raw. I'm taking Team SmackDown. Team SmackDown has, and I've been
Oh,
saying
they're
it
stacked except for the Colognes. The Colognes might be the only team.
Well, if you think about
eliminated.
it, they might actually, they might actually sell like a timeshare in Puerto Rico to like the fucking Ascension. But yeah, the SmackDown team is fucking stacked. It's the Usos who are fucking gods. It's the
Couple
fucking
of
Good
goats.
Brothers who are fucking fantastic.
Goats.
It's the fucking Sanity who is fucking
Goats.
really good. It's
The New Day who are goats.
who are fucking goats.
And then the
And then the
Colognes.
Clones who are not goats.
Who does not belong here?
One of these things don't like the others.
Going against Brood Gable, the B team, the Revival, the Lucha House Party, and the Ascension. Honestly, the only team of mention there really is the Revival. Like,
I can see the
It's-
Revival knocking off like 2 or 3 teams themselves, so they can put themselves in a class where they can actually be in a feud with the Authors of Pain. That's the only thing I can see coming from this. The SmackDown team is going to win this shit.
SmackDown team's going to win. My feeling is it's going to be like the Usos and the New Day who are the survivors.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say that one of those two is going to eat a pinfall because remember 2 years ago when they did the same thing and we're like,
Oh, they had the
and they
shocking
had the fucking
early
New
pin.
Day was fucking eliminated quick.
Yeah.
I could see the New Day eating another fucking pinfall. My guess is it's going to be the fucking Usos and like the Good Brothers are going to be the last 2 teams standing.
All right. So we got that.
The Usos will be standing tall at the end of this for the fucking Team SmackDown for sure.
All right.
Who they'll be with, I don't know, but at least them will be there.
Okay, so then we have Team Raw, which is Mickey, Natty, Tamina, Ruby, and your girl Nia, versus Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Sonya, and To Be Determined. Now, what they should do is eliminate Nia and To Be Determined and have it be a 4-on-4 match, but they're not going to do that.
Well, if you
Who
think
do
about
you
it,
think is going to show up? Do you think we may see another member of Sanity in this match?
I do. Nikki Cross is my pick. As much as I think Lana deserves to be the one in that match, to be the To Be Determined, and as much as I think with Mandy Rose, who is my god, fucking Savvy Piscatelli, you fucking piece of shit. I hope you blow up both of your fucking ACLs too.
Well, he blew out one of them, I think.
Yeah, having sex with her. But as much as I could see it being Mandy Rose, and as much as I would like for it to be Lana because they're keeping her and fucking Rusev off of Survivor Series is a fucking travesty, I want it to be fucking Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross would be my pick to be the 5th member of Team SmackDown for that.
Who's going to win?
Oh, it's going to be Team Raw.
I
And
agree.
it's not because of the fact that I don't think that SmackDown can handle it. I think they are that high on Ruby Riott, and Ruby Riott will be the sole survivor for Team Raw winning this thing, and she's really going to make a name for herself in this match.
Do you think that my thought holds any water that Becky Lynch is going to come and...
No, because of the fact
Is
that,
it because it's a concussion? They're not going to let her get physical?
and the fact that if like she gets in the ring, Nia Jax might punch her in the other eye and break her.
I mean, she obviously punched Braun Strowman. You saw the shiner he had.
I wouldn't risk putting fucking Becky Lynch in that ring because Nia Jax is a fucking careless fucking cunt. So no.
All right.
I mean, would it
I mean,
surprise me?
what if she came after her with like a fucking chair?
What if she came after her with a fucking tire iron? Fucking break her fucking face. Give me something to break. What about your face?
Right.
But I'm gonna go with Team Raw, and I think Ruby Riott's gonna be the sole survivor.
All right. All right. Then we have Team Raw, Braun, Dolph, Drew, Balor, Lashley versus Miz, Shane, Ray, Joe, and Jeff Hardy.
Team SmackDown.
All right.
Team SmackDown, and the sole survivor, or the guy who's gonna help win that team is going to be somebody who is awesome. Somebody who is married to a 10. Somebody who, unlike CM Punk, has actually main evented a WrestleMania. The Miz. The Miz is going to be standing tall at the end of that pay-per-view. And it's going to set up for Daniel Bryan versus The Miz for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 35. How about that for a prediction? That way, that when the Miz is standing tall and Shane McMahon is like the last elimination for Team SmackDown, Shane's gonna be so happy that the Miz won it for Team SmackDown that Shane's gonna pull down the Miz's pants and give him a blowjob in front of everybody in the fucking crowd.
I am gonna go with Team Raw here.
Oh,
I think I'm going with. I think Drew McIntyre is going to be the survivor.
My thing is, I think Braun's gonna get eliminated because of Baron.
He's going to beat the fuck out of Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin's gonna
who's
cause
the team captain.
Baron Corbin's gonna cause Braun Strowman to get eliminated. He's gonna beat the bloody fuck out of him. I would say Drew McIntyre.
After the promo that Drew McIntyre cut on Monday, Drew McIntyre should survive.
I understand, but if you want to build towards the future like we've been discussing, the Miz should actually be the one that gets the win because he's the one that's going to be fighting Daniel Bryan for the title at WrestleMania.
So you want a heel on heel.
I never said that.
The Miz should never, ever, ever be a face.
Again. I just Chris Jericho'd you. What are you going to do about it?
I'm not going to do anything.
I agree with you because the Miz as a face was not that great. I've seen worse people as faces, but the Miz is a born fucking heel. He's a born fucking heel. He's fantastic.
Daniel Bryan's not going to turn back into a face by then.
No, I agree with that, but I still think that I don't think that rivalry between the Miz and the fucking Daniel Bryan is gonna end. And if it means that the Miz is going to turn
Well,
face,
I mean, Miz on social media this week is like, see, Daniel Bryan's the guy I always thought he was. This is the guy he's been the whole time I've been trying to tell people, and people haven't. So.
I've seen crazier shit happen.
I don't think it's going to happen that way anymore.
I
thought that, honestly, they should have pulled the trigger last year at WrestleMania. Like, the match that we got was good. With Bryan and Shane McMahon, but like it should have been the Miz versus Daniel Bryan
if that's
last year.
the case, then if they're trying to turn Shane McMahon as a heel, then Bryan versus Shane at WrestleMania wouldn't make any sense either. Because they actually flirted with that idea as well.
It's not going to be that anymore. They've obviously changed plans.
Oh, obviously.
Honestly, I mean, we might end up seeing AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Let's just beat that dead horse.
They've wrestled twice.
Well, you know they're
No. No, don't play it off like, oh, I'm just joking around. No, you were acting that for real. Like, they've wrestled so many times. They've wrestled fucking twice.
They've wrestled like 3 times, so yes, you're right.
They had that fucking match that ended up in a no contest, and then they had the match a couple of weeks ago before the Crown Jewel,
Yep.
and then they just had the one this past week where they had the heel turn. So that they had 2 ones that actually came to a real finish.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, like, were you sick of The Rock and Stone Cold? They main evented 3 WrestleManias.
That's actually,
They went against each other 3 times. They used to go against each other on Raw all the time. They used to have pay-per-views and matches against each other all the time.
That's a bad question to ask me, though.
What? Because literally you're talking about being tired of seeing guys who went against each other 3 times.
But I also stopped watching wrestling after WrestleMania 17 for years.
Do you realize how many pay-per-views that weren't WrestleMania that they wrestled each other?
Do you understand that I only got to witness them wrestle at WrestleMania against each other twice?
How many other pay-per-views did they go against each other?
Hell if I know, because I stopped watching
Because
WrestleMania.
guess what? They went against each other between WrestleMania and 15 and 17 a whole bunch of fucking times.
Yes, I did. But
You didn't get tired of that, did you?
You do understand that I stopped watching wrestling after WrestleMania 17 because Duke the Dumpster Droese did not win the Gimmick Battle Royal.
Right.
I'm going to stand by that, too. Duke the Dumpster Droese should have won the fucking Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17.
You're now being a hypocrite to yourself.
You're right. It should have been Hillbilly Jim. But they had to fucking ride the fucking hot wave of the Iron Sheik was fucking red hot because he was always on the Howard Stern show, even though he couldn't fucking wrestle or take a bump. So Hillbilly Jim had to eliminate himself from WrestleMania 17's Gimmick Battle Royal so that they could appease the fans. Although the fans were fucking pissed off when Doink the Clown got fucking eliminated. So he should have been the one that won the match.
Right.
But the fact that Steve Austin joining forces with Vince McMahon was the main reason why I fucking stopped watching wrestling for years. And it wasn't until the Doctor of Thugonomics that drew the fucking Brainless one back into professional wrestling.
So, anyway.
And I missed Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18.
It's alright, you can watch it on WWE Network for $9.99 a month.
Which I have, and you know what usually happens after I watch The Rock and Hogan at WrestleMania 18? I stop watching WrestleMania 18 because I know what happens afterwards. Fucking Triple H,
Shovel.
this fucking giant shovel that's the size of his penis, buries Chris Jericho like he does the fucking like Booker T at WrestleMania. I think it was
19.
19, and
A year later, yeah.
Triple H is a fucking piece of shit. That's what he is.
But I love NXT, and I love what he does with it. True story, brah.
True story, bro. But I've forgiven Shawn Michaels for the fucking Montreal Screwjob, unlike people I know, who's getting married tomorrow.
Right.
All right. Anyway, next match.
All right. We got the man, Seth Rollins, going against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Do you want to know who really wins that match tomorrow or Sunday?
Hey now.
The fans.
And I
Tell
think
me you're not excited for that match.
Oh, I'm really excited for this match, but I honestly feel we're going to have a fuck finish, and it's
Do you
not
think
going
Dean
to have...
Ambrose is going to cost Seth
Absolutely.
Rollins a match? I would see that. I really do think that those two are going to have an excellent match. Up until that point, I could see Nakamura. Obviously, I was going to go with Nakamura anyway, because and to be fair, I could have picked either one of them to win this match, but I'm going to go
Stop
with
it, Varner.
I'm going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura.
All right, we both got Nakamura there because, I mean, like, it just makes sense with the storylines that they've got going. I don't think they have any big swerve for, like, a Nakamura storyline at this moment.
I don't think there's really any other match this weekend where I love two human beings as much as I love Nakamura and Styles.
All right. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Shawn Michaels fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania 35 while we're in the building, because
I think that would be the Undertaker's retirement match.
yeah.
Personally, it would be like that, one of those symbiont things, just like, all right, he retired me, I retired him, and we both ride off into the sunset together. Keep rolling.
I'm still going to keep my fingers crossed that we get Sting and The Undertaker at WrestleMania this year.
I would rather see that, honestly.
And I think a lot of people would.
So, yeah. So, moving right along, we got the Bar against the Authors of Pain.
Don't even ask me. You already know my answer.
All right.
I'm going to go with the fucking GOAT and his tag team partner, the GOAT, who are the five-time tag team champions, who are part of the fucking five-time tag team champions lore, even though Booker T didn't come out and celebrate them like he did with the fucking New Day. But the fact is that Sheamus and Cesaro are still the fucking GOATs. And the fact that they have the Big Show on their side, the Big Show could probably take fucking Dallas Maverick and fucking throw him into
You sure about that?
I think this is going to be sneakily the most underrated match on the card for the entire weekend, and it has the potential to actually steal the show. I'm still going to go with the Bar over the Authors of Pain.
See, you bringing up the Big Show's the one thing, like.
Unless
I think the Authors of... I think it would be, like, the Authors of Pain have not had, like, what I would call, like, a good signature victory.
Oh, they need that fucking...
And it would be nice if they got it.
They need that fucking...
Here.
They need that signature victory.
But, like, the Big Show, yeah. The Big Show and Drake Maverick. It's like going, oh, yeah.
The Big Show is taking shits bigger than Drake Maverick.
You know what? Despite that, I think that fucking... Drake Maverick is going to be that fucking mosquito that distracts the Big Show just enough for the Authors of Pain to get, like, and it's going to probably be a shit, like, victory where it's like a roll-up.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate roll-ups. It's like, no, let them win cleanly with their fucking ending move, because it would look impressive with guys as large as Sheamus and
Super
Cesaro.
Colossus.
Yeah. The fact that they would be able to pick them up, hold them up for that long, and smash them against each
Which
other.
is kind of like
Reagan smash!
it's a super colitis, which is like the name of what happens to you when you go see your doctor when you're 50.
Right.
All right, next.
All right. We have the newly announced match of Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Thanks, Nia Jax. We appreciate that.
Did I say it out loud? That fat cunt.
Yeah. It's only like the third time this episode.
More than that.
There's no way Ronda loses this
Oh,
match.
Ronda's gonna fucking win this match. If Becky Lynch was actually fighting in this match, I would say that she has a better chance in this match than Charlotte Flair. But if Charlotte wins this fucking match, they might riot in this building. I'm going with Rock and Ronda. Ronda's not losing a Survivor Series. I would feel like there was a much better chance if she was going up against the red hot Becky Lynch. But although I would still go with Ronda Rousey, I'm taking Ronda in this match.
All right.
Which I'm glad we're getting Survivor Series instead of WrestleMania.
All right. So Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan.
Here's the one thing about this match that really...
I am frightened for Daniel Bryan's health.
Say
And as much as we discussed before, that Brock Lesnar may be a bit reckless, but he has not injured somebody. Daniel Bryan, like, as much as I know he was away from the ring and did not, sustain concussions for several years because of that, Brock Lesnar, again, goes into the ring and he wants his stuff to look real because he's a legit badass who, was the UFC champion. He needs to come off like a badass, and like I see him throwing Daniel around the fucking ring like a rag doll.
Like he's a Singh brother.
And
Brock. No questions asked. Brock Lesnar.
that probably going to be unpopular here. Daniel Bryan via disqualification.
Brock Lesnar wins. AJ Styles does get involved in the match, but you know who else gets involved in the match? Braun Strowman. Brock Lesnar will win. AJ Styles will cause Daniel Bryan the match, but Braun Strowman will come out and beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar after the match to assert himself, to announce his presence with authority, as they once said once upon a time in the great movie Bull Durham.
Right.
But I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
All right. So we differ on that.
It's good. We shouldn't be fucking agreeing on every fucking match.
We didn't agree on very much.
Oh, I know, and that's good.
So
It just means that this pay-per-view might be a little bit more unpredictable than we're giving it credit for.
Hey, some of my picks are a little out there.
And I'm fucking drunk, so.
So your picks are
Well, definitely out there. Not saying that my picks would be any different than they would if I was sober. Because I'm pretty sure everything I fucking said for NXT, I was thinking when I was sober anyway.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not too sure I'm HIV positive.
Right.
South Park line. So anyway, did we do our good, the bad, and the brainless?
We did something like that.
Did we talk about how Steve Austin said he was going to stop? He was going to start drinking, even though he was trolling on everybody.
Something like that.
Did we make our predictions for both NXT Takeover and Survivor Series?
We did something
Did
like
I
that.
fucking lose my goddamn fucking mind about Nia Jax?
Yeah, it took you a little fucking while.
Oh shit! It's called Build Up, Cousin Jay. You know what we didn't do last week that we said we were going to do this week?
I don't know.
We need another fucking Hall of Famer.
Thought
I was ready to fucking announce it last week who our next Hall of Fame
right.
inductee was going to be, and after we said the first time, our first inductee was going to be Lando Calrissian, aka Billy D. Williams, who is justifiably part of the F and Marks Podcast Hall of Fame because he's been there since day one.
His age.
And the only other person who has been there since day one is H as well for the fucking podcast is a guy that we're going to bring up for the upteenth bajillionth time, basically
in a couple
106
minutes.
times, is Curtis Axel. So for our third inductee into the Hall of Fame, we're kind of just going to throw a little shade on Vince McMahon, the WWE.
Fucking asshole.
See, Vince McMahon has this thing about being a fucking piece of shit and how people should have been into the Hall of Fame a lot earlier than they should have. Obviously, Rick Rude died a hell of a lot earlier than a lot of people expected, but still should have been in years ago instead of being in last year. Randy Savage was another person that they should have done it a lot sooner than they did, but petty Vince McMahon did what he did. There was a guy that they should have inducted a long time ago. If not, it should have been within the last few years anyway, because he was the guy who inducted a now WWE Hall of Famer who is actually going to be into consideration for the FM Marks Podcast Hall of Fame, because Stan the Lariat Hansen should be in our fucking Hall of Fame too, because goddamn, he's an animal.
Right.
Because of the fact of his run with Japan and his run in WCW, and most importantly,
and
the fact that
his
his
scene in No Holds Barred.
Stan, I fucking love Stan Hansen. I know you love Stan Hansen, but this guy should have been into the WWE Hall of Fame a long time ago, and the fact is he's probably going to go in now. The fact that he is dead, which is a fucking travesty, but you know what, Vince? This is the F and Mark's way of basically saying, fuck you. You should have done this years ago. So, we're going to put him in our Hall of Fame before you put him in your Hall of Fame. So, the third inductee and the newest member of the F and Mark's Hall of Fame will be none other than the man, the beast, the mastodon, Big Van Vader.
He's a goat.
Because Vader had a hell of a run in WCW, has one of the most memorable rivalries with Cactus Jack, had great matches against Ric Flair, had a hell of a memorable rivalry with Shawn Michaels when he was in WWF.
Hell of a rivalry with Sting.
Had a
Hell of a rivalry
with
with
the
Stan the Lariat Hansen in New
Undertaker.
Japan.
Had a hell of a rivalry with The Undertaker. Was the guy who actually helped catapult Kane into what Kane has become. And most importantly, and I cannot
Beat
stress
up Gorilla Monsoon.
Beat up Gorilla Monsoon. And most importantly, I cannot stress this enough. Just like we talk about my boy King Kong Bundy, who is another guy who we're going to consider for the F and Marks Hall of Fame.
And put him in before fucking Vince.
Vince McMahon will probably be the last person we put in our Hall of Fame. He did have a memorable appearance on the show Boy Meets World, where he played the father of Frankie, who was, since we just brought it up earlier, we were talking about mall rats. He actually had an appearance in mall. It's a sailboat. It's a schooner. Ha, stupid. The schooner
It's a sailboat, stupid head.
Well, you know what? The Easter Bunny isn't real. Over there, that's just a guy in a suit.
I love it when it segues. But either way, I just elbowed myself at the fucking guitar. Either way, Big Van Vader, you belong in our Hall of Fame. So you know what? We are putting you in our Hall of Fame. So Vader,
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
you are in our Hall of Fame and in our hearts.
All right.
So speaking of our Hall of Fame and in our hearts, I feel like there's something that we need to close out the show with.
Of course there is.
I mean, today, on whatever day it is, hold on,
It is the 16th
of November,
of 2018.
at an astonishing 1,391 days, and it's not fucking Hornswoggle. No. It is F and Mark's Hall of Famer Curtis Axel is still alive in the 2015 Royal Rumble.
Yeah. All right. So everybody out there, make sure you like us on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Instagram, and YouTube at the FN Marks. You follow us, we will follow you back.
So for episode 106 of the Epic Marks podcast,
I'm Jay.
and I am Brainless Bob,
Make sure you mark out.
with your block out.
See you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy Survivor Series. Enjoy War Games.
And one more thing, fuck Nia Jax.